1, 2, 3, 4.
And one aspect of marketing and media is to promote this brainwash
Yes.
and
And propaganda.
in propaganda, you know, and we are easily falling into. And this is, as African people, this is our biggest problem.
Yes.
Is the greed
Yeah.
and the need to try to be equal
Yeah.
to others
Yeah.
make it a certain way that we are losing ourselves.
Yeah.
And when we look at our condition, and I base my stances on my experience in France and in the US,
Yeah.
James Baldwin said something very deep, and which I've witnessed it. The black person measure his or her level of success
Yeah.
by how well he or she is accepted by the white system.
So the master-slave mentality.
Is still,
Yeah.
so this work of decolonizing our minds, it's work that we know is there. It's not a problem. You can be alienated, but hey, you're my brother, you're my sister.
Yeah.
Let's work together.
Yeah.
And by time, I'm not accusing you.
Yeah.
I'm not pointing fingers at you.
Yes.
But as more you're gonna learn, as more you're gonna understand that I've been watched for all these years,
Long time. Yeah.
and it's not a crime.
Yeah.
Fix it
Yeah.
and move on.
Move past that.
Exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
you've been brainwashed. It's
Yeah.
like you had the flu.
Yeah.
Okay, you had the flu.
Yeah.
You took the medication,
Yes.
and you need those medication
Yes.
to be able to heal.
Yes. Yes.
And for education, for everything,
Yeah.
it's the same way.
Yeah. Nice. Bah-Pna. So when we come back, we're going to talk more about, here's the problem. What is the solution? And is Africa rising? What can we do? Do we need diaspora? Do we need just, foreign investors? How is that looking like? Is sport the way? Is music the way? Because Africans have been making moves, and it's being noticed around the world. The message is clear, but what kind of message are we sending? So we're gonna talk about that when we resume back. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Impact Masters and Africa's Talking Podcasts, bringing you Dahane. Bah-Pna Dahane. Yeah. Am I saying it right?
Sir.
Good. So this is a beautiful day, and one of the things that actually I think we've talked so much about is the problem. You have ventured so much of the problem of African diaspora, and even Africa at large, and most of these came to the conclusion that it's like the new colonialism is taking roots, and we think I think people going in the forest is not enough anymore because there are no forests to go to. But we can actually fight for this because it's more of a psychological, mental war. Is a war of the minds, and how we can win this, I think, is coming together. The Ubuntu, among many other things. But I would like to hear from Dahane about what he thinks might be the solution. Dahane, welcome back.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah. Feel at home.
Yeah, solution. I don't have a crystal ball.
Yes.
It will be too presumptuous of my part to say that I have solutions. Which I don't.
Yeah.
However, I have some suggestions to do. And yes, there is a war that doesn't bear his name. And this war we also have to participate in.
Yes.
But is that a war of weapon or guns or like guns and everything? Is education.
Yeah.
And education is something that we have to take very, very seriously.
Yes.
And that has to start by the young generation as early at 5 or 6.
Should we create our own curriculum?
Yes. And I was trying to download a curriculum that talks about African history.
Yeah.
And then we did not know, but I will send it later to Teddy. He will forward it to you.
Okay, no worries.
And, we still have a lot of living scholars. African children must read African authors.
Yeah.
I barely see or meet other ethnic groups who are reading our literature because for them it's just litter.
Yeah.
So why shall we always be like following the trends? And trends are not everlasting.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of, I met this lady in Johannesburg. She was working at the reception of the hotel.
Yeah.
And I never knew that she was author. And actually she had a book, and she's from Zimbabwe. And I took it. And I was trying to read the book. But I don't speak Shona. And I thought that I was giving her good advice. I said, you should publish it in English and have it translated in French so we can read it and understand. She said, no. Actually, I want people to learn Shona.
Was that?
And she said, no, I want people to learn Shona so they can read my book. I want my children to read the book in their native tongue. And I want to be known in Zimbabwe because all my literature is in Shona.
Yeah.
And I look at her and say, here's the point. So
that is so powerful.
One aspect of our African heritage is the place of the woman.
Yeah.
Is not valued properly. I'm accusing those feminist movement who most of them are single, unfortunately, but yes, take them as feminist. And they can pollute the mind of many of black women who feel like they are in competition with black men.
Yeah.
Not understanding that, yes, you have some losers. Yes, you have. Not all perfect.
Yeah.
But most of the feminist movement, how the feminist movement started at the beginning, when it started in America.
Yeah. So it started in America. Yeah.
How it was after the war. They realized that they need to reconstruct the country. And I think it's the Rockefeller family or the Rothschild, one of those two historical thieves, who started this America, who understood that if we fund a woman movement for equal rights and all that, women gonna also have a source of revenue. So now the household gonna have two sources of revenue. Before that, she was busy raising the kids
and taking care of the family. Yeah.
When the husband was out there going to look for work and bring money and funds to raise the family and to keep his position of the chief.
So there was balance. There was love and there was power.
Exactly.
That's how I like to look at it.
Yeah. Because no matter what, the mother brings the emotional well-being.
You love.
And the father brings more the confidence because
power.
of. And unfortunately, even in Europe, in America, black women started to copy this thing. Forgetting that our culture are completely different.
Yes.
And
by the way, just to interrupt you a little bit, does even that culture work? The one that we want to copy, because it's broken.
It's broken.
If you look at how many someone marries before they die,
exactly,
it's mind-boggling, right?
Yeah.
And then that's what we want to emulate. Is it good? Is it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now they start having financial power. Now they think that they can measure up to the men. And I'm not saying that trying to convey anything machist or anything like that. No.
Yeah.
To me, it's like men must respect women and they must complement each other.
Yeah.
Although I still believe that women have more edge than us.
Yeah.
Because she has one power that no matter how much money we have, we don't have the power to create another life.
Yes.
We can just participate,
Yes.
but we don't have the strength, nor the metabolism to carry a life. So
yeah,
I don't even go to that game.
that's a powerful word you've used there, metabolism.
So just respect that, and
Yeah.
and so technically, feminist movement we're using them for their
So
agenda.
would we comfortably say that feminism is showing a woman that she doesn't have power, whereas she already has a lot of power?
You know what? That was based on my observation, and
Yeah.
the sample is France, is Europe, and particularly France and America.
Yeah.
All those women that I befriended during my time, and who were like pro women, and wouldn't talk to me like this. I'm the next Oprah. I can make all my money by myself.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't need
a
you.
man and all that. 30, when they get close to 35, 38, which is for most of them the ticking clock, menopause.
Start making sense.
All the feminist ideals start to dissipate.
Yeah.
Because they realize that trying to go to the excess
Yeah.
make them single.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them either.
Yeah. So they can accept anything, and that's why they
why
make
they
a lot of
started with
mistakes.
Cougar movement, and then you have all the money, the status, but hey, nobody wants you, so you go get another teenager who is broke and who wants some, and all those decadence from the West.
Yeah.
And sadly, this is what we're trying to emulate and to
Yeah.
imitate.
Yeah.
And those names are those worthless Kardashians and all that. I said the group is from mothers to daughters, and they are the one who are portrayed as
Those are the role model.
as a role model for who? And that's the media love that. The thing is, as much as you can destruct
Yeah.
the family unit,
Yeah.
they're happy for that.
Yeah.
And so solutions, we can suggest many, and just like
So we need to educate
intentionally.
And we're not talking about where people go to school, because even in African setting, we didn't have formal schools, but people used to be very smart.
Exactly.
And they actually invented a lot of things.
Yeah.
If you look at the cradle of man, we were talking about it the other day with one of our guests. And one of the things that we realized that men always, or African men always found a way, and even women, to survive.
Yeah.
Because that's what human beings are supposed to do in this world. And they created different tools that have been modernized in today's world that we invented. But it's even when you look at the inventions, that's not mentioned anywhere.
Yeah, I was listening to one American thinker. I don't remember his name, and he was saying something that I think very accurate. Is what the white system created is those bureaus where you go claim the patents. The only thing they created is those patent certificate. Meaning that if I talk to you and you come up with an idea to tell me about it, even if it's you who found all the formulas, if I go to the patent and pay the fee and say, this is what I discovered,
that's what
you're done.
Recognize.
Yeah. You're done. Even you can't go after and say that it's you.
Yeah.
Because he already said it's him.
Yeah.
One guy, I think it was a long time ago, a very long time ago, before the internet boom. He was kind of smart. What he did, when the 3wxyz.com started becoming like you can personalize as you want, he registered many high-level athlete name, the domain name.
Yeah.
And he paid it out of his pocket.
Yeah.
At the early stage.
Yeah.
So now when it became like a trend, now those athletes try
they had to pay him
to get his name, to get the domain name.
Yeah.
And no, this belonged to that person who bought it like I don't know how many years ago, or maybe for like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
So imagine, let's say, I don't know, Rafael Nadal or Sadio Mane, for instance, wants to
open a website.
He can no more.
Yeah.
Because hey, no,
It's already taken.
maybe it's new name, but he bought it even before he became big. And this is the number. Contact him.
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah.
How much you got?
Maybe $5,000.
And even more.
Yeah.
So some were saying like 20,000, and then it was becoming so prevalent that they end up creating a law that said that if it's not your own name, you're not authorized to get it. But in the meantime,
But they still
smart
do it.
people.
They still do it.
No, they can. This time now, I can't go and use your name
Yeah.
and register it.
Yeah.
Because you can go, okay, I take you to court because this is my name. You didn't ask me permission. I can turn against you. So those things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when it comes to our creativity and ingenuity, you know, I have a daughter now. She's 18. At a very early age, you know, when she, I was always making sure that in addition to what they teach him at school, she had books that teach him about Black history, Black inventors.
Yeah.
So she has book. She had it like at 7 or 8, and that was. So she had maybe like 3 hours of TV maximum per week. The rest of the time she can draw, she can pen, she can read.
So doing things practically.
Yeah.
So this brings me to something interesting about mentorship versus apprenticeship. So we have a lot of mentors and mentees, but we don't have the apprenticeship programs.
Yes.
I can't point one that I know that is working in Kenya.
I would say probably. I know that here there's a big Somali community. I assume they are probably a Somali cultural center or a way to gather themselves as a community. And I also assume that this is how they transmit the culture to the kid.
Yeah.
And Kenya being also very influenced by the UK and by the US.
Yeah.
Then also to imitate the United States. You know, because I would say the United States' biggest export is their culture.
Yeah.
You know, they export the culture, and that's what everybody, you know, it's entertainment. You know, and what needs to be done, it's also like some community centers that are not only focused on sports or music, but focus on education.
Yeah.
And even on a playful way. And you know, when I was going through, you know, all the concept of Africa talking and you know what is possible to be done by developing developers.
Yeah.
And I was like, today, we as Africans, we don't have any language school.
Yeah.
If I want to learn Swahili, for instance, because I want to be comfortable to come to Kenya, speak with everybody in Swahili instead of using English. If I want to go to Congo, DRC, I would love to be able to speak Lingala. If I go to South Africa, I want to be comfortable to speak Xhosa or Zulu or with those people.
Yeah.
So why can't we develop
our own
heritage so
schools,
we can go online, have a teacher, and if the school system don't want to do it, we can do it on our own. Okay, you go, parents, you know, take lessons. So instead of watching TV or playing video games,
you can learn one or two things.
You learn different language.
Yeah.
So by the time you finish high school,
you're good.
An African kid can speak one language from the East, West, in addition to those business languages that we use because we want to trade with the
West.
The West. And so suggestion, I think they are around. Just need to sit down and make it happen. And not in a way to pointing at people you should learn this English, otherwise you alienate. No. To just reclaim who you are
and celebrate ourselves.
And celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
celebrate who you are intrinsically.
Mm.
Because you can carry an American passport, you can carry a French passport.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Mm.
you are French or American by default.
Yeah, exactly.
No?
Yeah.
I remember one thing in 2008, 2009, it was January 2000, it was 20th of January 2009,
Yeah.
when President Barack Obama was swearing for as the first
Mm.
African American president of the USA.
Yeah.
I was with a friend who was African American,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just like everybody
Mm-hmm.
in the mall,
Yeah.
just witnessing history.
Yeah.
And he told me one thing. He said, "You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow I'm becoming a nigger
Mm.
because Obama
Mm.
has no lineage with slavery.
Mm.
His father is a free African Kenyan man.
Mm.
His mother is white,
Yeah.
so he has no link
Mm.
to the struggle either.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he can always go back to Kibera or Kisumu, Kibera, right?
Mm.
And he knows where his father from.
Yes.
But me, I have no clue.
Yes.
I'm black.
Yeah.
I know that our history comes from there,
Yeah.
but this is all I know. Tomorrow I'm becoming a nigger.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize
Mm.
what he meant was so deep. So for many of the African Americans I was interacting with during that time,
Mm.
I was happy. Regardless of his program, because I didn't even care about his program. I said, for once, let him there.
We can
We're
see.
just gonna back it up, even if he's messing up.
Mm.
He's still our brother. We're just gonna protect him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Every African was happy.
That's how we're gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because then African American
Mm.
reaction is, yes, you can say that because you come from Africa,
Mm.
and he's African too.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna get along easier
Mm.
than me, who is African American,
Yeah.
because I'm linked directly from slavery.
True. True.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's a black free
You
man.
can't understand.
He's all lineage.
Yeah.
He didn't come to America on slave boat,
Yes.
and his mother is white,
Yeah.
so she's part of the dominant system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So white people kind of like somebody like this,
Mm.
but us,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah. Because it's a puppet again.
But me,
It's a puppet.
who?
Obama.
That's I'm gonna say that. I think that
Mm. No, I mean,
gonna say
truth be
it's
told,
politics.
truth be told, I hear it even it's in the public domain that
Mm.
most people say Obama achieved two things: one, foreign policy,
Mhm.
and two, the healthcare, which is now like back to square zero, and the rights for the minority. That's
Which
all.
minorities? Men who want to marry men and women who want to marry women.
Exactly. Yes. It was more acceptable. There was more funds to help them be reintegrate to get jobs and whatnot. But for the black American, there was nothing much to celebrate after 10. Is it 8 years? 8 years. Yeah. And it's unfortunate because that also shows that, if another black American stands or runs for president, there will be no confidence as Obama had.
I would say one thing. He made a choice,
Yeah.
and there is also some compromise
True.
to be able to run for what he did. I would say, he made mistakes.
Yeah. And it's a human. So,
He made mistakes that because he was comfortable making them,
yeah.
and because of the fact that he put a step. Me having a daughter at that time, she was 4 years old. So from 4 to 12,
Yeah.
and she was also born in New York. So for the first 8 years of her life, when she was able to understand the world and all that,
Yeah.
regardless of him messing up,
Yeah.
she was able to walk proud because there is a black family
That is
who are
leading.
at the hill, just between brackets.
Yeah.
leading.
In quotes.
Yes. It's still a
Yeah.
symbol,
Yeah.
and sometimes symbols are important.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, no, let's give him a pass because
Yeah.
his wife,
Mm.
she was doing a tremendous job.
Mm.
She was always making sure to recall that,
Mm.
her upbringing, and which was nice.
Yeah.
But sometimes,
Is it because she had the the roots of the slavery?
yeah, that plays a game.
Yeah.
But I would say sometimes we need to also allow tale to be told to the children,
Yeah.
because they are already going through so much because the system reminds them all the time that
Who
you're
they
black.
are.
So
Yeah.
for once,
Mm.
I say, let's look at our mistakes.
Yes.
And I say our mistake because, although I'm not voting in the US and I'm not African American
Yeah.
or American,
Yeah.
I sympathize with them,
Yeah.
and we're all very emotional. Actually, most of us didn't care about this program.
Yeah.
We just wanted to see a black face in the White House.
Mm.
So can we complain that we didn't set up some program to say, hey, Mr. President, this is how much this is how much we raised for your presidency.
Yeah.
Take this amount,
Yeah.
but this is, we want at your presidency, you come up with legislation against criminalization
Yeah.
against black people,
Yeah.
a policy that will get police officers accountable when
Yeah.
they kill
Yeah.
blacks.
Yeah.
Nobody did that.
They just gave out.
They just-
out of goodwill,
just
and they thought everything would
Went
work.
and vote because it was a vote of leave. We can say we are our men.
So, are you saying we need to plan even better in case this happens again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, it will. Yeah. So now, Hispanics, they did a lot of work.
Yeah.
They raised funds, and they third party, all the Latino public figures were around,
Yeah.
raised a lot of money.
Yeah.
They gave it to him.
Yeah.
Latinos for Obama,
Yeah.
but they say we'll give it to you. This is what we want, and Hispanics were able to get some favor.
Yeah.
They changed some regulation to get like citizenship for them and to cancel deportation for them.
Yeah.
Now, the other group, the LGBTQ, because he's not as the LGBTQ president because he gave them so much power,
Yeah.
because they did the same thing. They raised a lot of things. They were supporting his re-elections
Yeah.
and sit down. Hey, we did all that.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
Yeah.
When you get elected,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things a lot of mistake that he made.
Yeah. But also, as a voters,
Yeah.
we need to be more accountable.
Exactly.
And I think this point rides back to what happens in Africa most of the time. So, like, we are just from the elections here in Kenya, and we're always given two rotten apples, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter which one you choose; you're still in the dark. So one of the things that I think we can do collectively, and this is my thoughts, I can be wrong, is try to establish mechanism of holding people responsible, especially when they're in power, because when someone is in power, they spend public resources. Maybe people raise funds for them to be there. Maybe there are so many people who sacrifice relatives or friends or whatnot for them to be there. So it's something that we need to establish a better way, because we trust so much.